Hey everyone, I want to talk about position trainers today. Now, I've been having some discussions with Rui Costa lately. He's the director of football for eFootball Nuts, and we both agree that position trainers need to improve. I think we all know what the problem is, but before I illustrate it, I'm just going to cover Rui's eyes because the poor guy's been suffering from some really bad PTSD lately when it comes to position trainers. So, you've got a player that you want to put a position on, there's a particular position you want, you use your position trainer, and you get a position that he's already fully proficient in. We've all been there, it sucks. And it's not just disappointing, the problem is that these position trainers, they're supposed to be rewards. Whether you get it for logging into the game, whether you get it for completing the AI event or for completing one of the objectives that we've currently got, if it doesn't give you anything, if you don't get anything for it, then it's not a reward, is it? And even if you get one of these chance deals on a legend box, you use a chance deal on a legend box, are you going to get the player that you want? Are you going to get one of the legends? It's highly unlikely, you're probably not. But you at least get something. You might get a 5-star player even, or worst case scenario, maybe it's just a 3-star like I've got Osako here. He's not bad for a 3-star, but he's still going to get released. But even in that case, in the worst case scenario, I get a little bit of GP and EXP trainer for him, so it's not the end of the world. If they were to simply prevent position trainers from giving us duplicate positions, then there is a strong argument that it would become too easy to get the position that you want. If that happened, then it would start to become less satisfying when you get the position you want, and then over the course of time, position trainers would lose their appeal, they would become less valuable. The problem with that is that anytime there's any kind of reward or bonus that's a position trainer, we would become less motivated to get it. So for example, we've had some AI events just recently, there have been a couple of times when the reward on an AI event was EXP trainers, and I just didn't bother doing it because I've got so many EXP trainers, I simply do not need any more. So I just didn't bother doing the events. And if we get a situation where the events and the challenges and the game modes they're putting out there have rewards that just aren't appealing and we don't want and we're not motivated to do them, less people will want to take part in these events and these challenges. And that's a really unhealthy position for the game to end up in. So they do need to find the right balance. So the question is, how do they find that right balance? I'm going to give you an idea that I've got that I think would improve the situation. So I'm going to use Shinsuke Mito as my example. This is a card from when he was at Albirex Nagato. He's now at Sparta Rotterdam in the Netherlands, for those who care. So this guy's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fully proficient positions. He's got 2 semi-proficient, and his registered position is left midfield. So he's actually got 2 adjacent ones, defensive mid and left back. So in total, this guy's got 10 positions he could get. So if you've got one particular position you want to get on this guy, you've got a 1 in 10 chance. So if you've been watching my videos, you'd have probably seen I had a lot of pain trying to get SS and Rui Costa, and that was like a 1 in 6 chance, I think it was. This is 1 in 10. It took me 19 position trainers with Rui Costa. You might get lucky with this guy, you might get it in 1. It might take you 100, you just don't know. But 1 in 10 is not good odds. So what I would do 2 things. So there's 2 sides to my idea. Firstly, I would prevent duplicate positions. So for a start, you would not be able to get any of those 4 fully proficient positions. You would only be able to get the semi-proficient ones. You've got centre forward, you've got centre midfield, and then the 2 adjacent ones, defensive mid and left back. So it'd be a 1 in 4 chance, which is a lot better. But still, 1 in 4, the odds are against you. That's a 25% chance, so it's still not brilliant. But to balance it out, there will be a second side to my idea. So the second thing I do is that when you use a position trainer on a player, you not only get a position, but when he becomes fully proficient in a position, you get a playing style with it. So the game would take all the compatible positions with that, all the compatible playing styles with that position that you get, and it would randomly assign one. So in this case with Mito, we use a position trainer in slot 1, and we might get centre midfield, whole player. So you get a position, you get a playing style. In this example, let's suppose I want to get centre forward and Mito. I get centre mid, that's not what I want. But I might look at that and say, well, you know what? Centre midfield whole player, maybe it'd be fun playing that way. Maybe that's worth a try. So it just gives me a reason to maybe try him out, play a few matches with him in centre midfield. It's something to do, right? That adds something. It's a new way to play the game, something new to experiment with. I think we would all agree that the game needs more things to do. It's a little bit lacking. It can get a bit stale. So I think that would add something in itself. But if that's not what I want, I'll go for slot 2. I'll leave that there, maybe give that a try. I'll go to slot 2. So slot 2, I'll use another position trainer. Boom, I get centre forward. I get goal poacher. That's not what I want. I want deep lying forward. Let's suppose I want deep lying forward as a centre forward. So I've got the position I want. It's not the playing style, but I'll think, you know what? Similar to getting a whole player centre mid. Maybe it's worth trying out. I might like that. So again, it gives you that reason to play some matches, put him at centre forward, try him out, experiment. It's something to do. Might work out. I might like it. I might not. But either way, because you're not getting duplicates, even though I'm not getting what I want, both these position trainers, I've not got what I want, but I've at least got something, right? I've got something, it's something that might work out. Maybe it won't, sure. If I got centre midfield destroyer, for example, he's not a destroyer, he's tiny, he can't defend, it wouldn't suit him. But there might be some like these combinations where it might be just worth trying out. Like I say, it could be a bit of fun playing around with it. But let's suppose I keep going, I go on that second slot again, I decide I really want deep line forward, poacher's not for me. So I use another one, and then boom, I eventually get it. Maybe I get it in 3 position trainers, that's not bad going. Maybe it takes me 100, you just don't know. That the chances are still against you, but like I say, with this way, when you don't get what you want from a position trainer, you at least get something. And it's something that could give you something to do on the game, something to play around with. I think it would add something. But on the whole, as much as some players, your chances might be slimmer, with other players, you might have better chances of getting what you want. I think on the whole, your chances of getting what you want would be roughly the same as before. I don't think it would do any harm. I don't think it would devalue position trainers in any way, but I do think it would add quite a bit. And then when you go back to the player's profile, you would simply see it the way it is now. So you've got your additional position proficiency, listing the positions as it does, but then you've got the playing styles that are assigned to those positions when you play the player in those positions. So that's my idea. Like I say, I think on the whole, that would work out a lot better than it is currently. Would be interesting to hear you guys' thoughts. If you think that is a good idea that would improve position trainers. If you think it's a terrible idea, feel free to let me know in the comments. You can call me an idiot. I've got thick skin. But if you've got any ideas of your own, even better. Let me know. Drop a comment. How would you improve position trainers? I do think it's a constructive conversation to have. I think if people just continue to complain to Konami, they won't do anything about it. But if we start to give them ideas, come up with ways they could improve it, then maybe one day they'll do something about it. I think, as you can see, Rui and Shunsuke think it's a great idea. Here they are celebrating. But yeah, there you go. Just a bit of a rant / idea I thought I'd put out there. Hopefully you found it interesting. Thank you for watching as always. I'll see you soon.